Every 4 years, Diego Lopez and Jörg Stamm from the Eco Bamboo Company come to the forest to harvest guadua, a South American species of bamboo. Guadua can grow to a height of 30 meters within 4 years. Though bamboos are grasses, guadua is as hard as wood.
We make sure that water doesn't gather in the stump after we cut down the bamboo. Otherwise, the moisture on the surface attracts insects, and the stump starts to rot.
And that would be bad for the rest of the plants. Guadua springs up in forest clearings near streams and rivers in the Amazon basin. It can grow 20 centimeters a day. Guadua also fixes large amounts of carbon dioxide. Stems are usually cut when they're 4 years old. Then they're processed for use in the construction industry.
Bamboo is a fantastic material for use in building. The long, slender stems really fire up the imagination. You can do so much with them. We're standing in a natural cathedral. These long stems are also lightweight. The possibilities are endless. You can do so much. You just have to break free of standard ways of thinking. Straight lines, rectangles. Think outside the box. Just let yourself be inspired by this Gothic cathedral, for example, with its gentle curves. It's wonderful.
The 200 children who go to school in the town of Montebello in western Colombia have long since learned to appreciate guadua. That's because their school is made of it. Colombians used to build houses out of guadua centuries ago, poor people's houses, which tended to fall apart after a few years. But with modern techniques, bamboo buildings are pretty robust. The School for Life project was founded by the German-Colombian architect Andrés Bepla, who also designed the complex. The aim of the project is to help people help themselves, to provide a basic education so they can live their lives and earn money in an upright and decent way. Funding came from Germany and the Colombian government.
I came here to create a different kind of architecture. I said we have to do modern architecture using this traditional natural material, bamboo. Guadua just springs up all over, like a weed.
Most of the children are from very poor families. Some started using drugs at an early age. Their time at the school, with its open architecture, should help them grow strong and independent. Bepla would also like to improve domestic architecture in Colombia.
The homes they build here are just little boxes, rabbit hutches for people. And for security, people lock themselves into gated compounds, surrounded by a fence, with a guard at the entrance and guard dogs, just to be safe. And inside these compounds, you have all these little boxes that pass for houses, small houses in rows, so everybody has his own house. But inside these homes, you can hardly move. The natural materials that were commonly used in early times are disappearing. And what I want to do is bring these materials back into use. There is a Colombian way of doing architecture, and one key element is bamboo.
In the workshop next to the school, youngsters are learning to work with guadua.
In my village, there are no bamboo houses, at least not yet. I really enjoy my training here. One day, I'll be able to build houses myself with guadua and teach other boys in my village.
Before guadua can be used, it has to be cured. The Eco Bamboo Company has a factory about 2 hours' drive from Montebello. The stems are first freed of bacteria and insects. Then they're bathed in a solution of boric salts, which are not considered a health hazard. Bepla and Jörg Stamm, who owns Eco Bamboo, are both concerned about protecting the environment. They want people to use more guadua and less wood. Many species of hardwood are endangered. Guadua can replace wood in many contexts. The government, however, is not investing heavily in bamboo, but in cane sugar, which is a major export item. Millions of hectares of forest are being cut down to make way for plantations. Guadua could be a compromise between economic and ecological concerns.
One option would be to plant lots and lots of bamboo along roads and riverbanks. We don't have to turn large areas of farmland back into forests. We can plant bamboo forests just on waste ground or less valuable land. It can be used in the construction industry and thus benefit farmers and day laborers. That would take the pressure off the rainforest. Because if we carry on the way we're going at the moment, in 20 or 30 years there won't be any virgin forest left in Colombia.
More than 50,000 hectares of bamboo are under cultivation in Colombia. More than 1 million people in the country are in urgent need of a decent home. Boosting the guadua industry could help solve the housing problem and protect the rainforest.